I want to share with you my top tip for growing a business. But before I do, I think it's important to establish some context. I've been in business for 42 years, and even now I'd say I still have so much to learn. My journey began back in 1987 when I launched my first company, which I ended up selling in 1990. The principle I'm going to discuss today is, in my opinion, the key to building a successful business. Let's rewind a bit. Between 1980 and 1990, we didn't have access to any of the modern technology we rely on today. Nothing like what we use now. When I teamed up with 9 different entrepreneurs during that time, they weren't using fancy tools or digital systems. They relied purely on what they knew. My role was to observe closely and identify which approaches were truly effective. Take Peter Mackey as an example. He ran a small fruit and vegetable shop, and every single day he'd stand outside his store from early morning until late at night. I remember asking him, "Peter, I love being part of your team, but why don't you ever stay inside the shop?" He looked at me and asked, "Do you know how many people live in this town?" I didn't. He then told me the number and said, "My mission is to connect with every single person here. Even if all I get to say is, 'Hi, I'm Peter,' I want every resident and the next generation to know who I am." That mindset stuck with me. Years later, I applied that same thinking to global partnerships. Whether it was FedEx, International Alliance Pharmacy, Unique, or Boots, my obsession was the same: connect. And not digitally. I wanted real face-to-face conversations. Because email? It's not how you scale relationships. Business grows when you build trust, form connections, and meet people in person. I traveled everywhere: Dubai, New York, Africa. I was even ready to fly to Australia just for a single meeting. Would you do that? What's your method for business growth? Mine is what I'm doing right now in Dubai. And yes, I'm going back again in May. Why? Because I'm not interested in Zoom. I want real meetings. They're more meaningful, more productive, and they deepen relationships in a way digital communication never could. So after 42 years, here's the core of my advice. If you meet someone and they become your customer, your mission is to engage with every person in their company, so they all know your name. But this mindset only works if you're thinking long-term. You need to aim for a strategic partnership, one built on transparency and mutual goals. And it all starts with being there, in person. No more Zoom, no more calls, no more emails. Just human connection.